Right now at 6, the governor talks affordable housing. He wants to help prop up local efforts creating places for the state's workforce to thrive. And a Sparta woman is trying to save a historic building to make it a travel destination for urban explorers.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers is thanking nonprofit efforts to create affordable housing in Prairie du Chien. Evers today met with Coulee Cap representatives at the group's housing development project on Brunson Street. Coulee Cap and the city have teamed up using state grant money to build 4 new affordable homes that will be sold under market value. Evers says affordable workforce housing is in drastically short supply and the state needs to do more to prop up local efforts.
We were able to invest during the pandemic using federal funds, but we're hopeful that we can find ways to have some more affordable housing, not just in Prairie du Chien, but across the state of Wisconsin.
Evers also toured a local food pantry Coulee Cap runs before heading to a medical center in Marshfield as he explores mental health efforts around the state. Now, affordable housing and mental health services aren't his only priorities today. Evers is suggesting local governments be allowed to ask voters to raise the local sales tax to pay for local services like police, fire, and road repairs. His announcement ties into his plan stated during the State of the State address when he called for 20% of the state sales tax to be used to fund local government. Right now, all Wisconsin counties are only able to levy a half-cent sales tax. Under this plan, our local counties could ask for a half-cent sales tax increase, as well as cities with more than 30,000 people. Evers offers his official 2-year budget proposal to the legislature next week. Wisconsin Republicans, meantime, are ordering an audit of a Wisconsin agency. The lawmakers say it has taken weeks to issue professional licenses from the Department of Safety and Professional Services, causing delays for thousands of workers. Now, the agency oversees licensing for hundreds of jobs, including doctors, nurses, construction and trade workers, and tattoo artists. The department says the delays are from lack of staffing. Governor Evers has requested more funding for department staff to address the delays, but Republican lawmakers rejected those requests. Time to switch it up, talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, tracking a storm system, and we talked about this last night. Now, some of the forecast models are tracking it a little bit farther to the north and west, so we may be looking at some accumulating snow for parts of the area. And winter storm watch. It does include areas north and east of Des Moines, Iowa, and about the southeastern half of our viewing area. It does include Winneshiek, Houston, La Crosse, and Jackson counties and points to the south. You can take that full. You can see that nicely with also Vernon County, Monroe, Juneau, and Adams counties seeing that winter storm watch as well, and also down towards the Prairie du Chien area. Skies are currently clear across the region, and that's the trend all across the tri-state area. So tonight and tomorrow will be fine. In fact, the energy for this storm system, the main energy is that low over southern Oklahoma. We'll also see some energy move in from the Pacific Northwest, and that's why I'm really not expecting impacts until early Thursday morning and then kind of off and on throughout the day on Thursday. Current temperatures low to mid 30s, including 34 in La Crosse, 33 in Eau Claire, some upper 20s over towards Rochester and Preston. Now, it's going to be chillier than last night, but still not all that cold for this time of year. Lows in the upper teens to lower 20s, right around 22 in La Crosse, and expect a frosty overnight and Wednesday morning. So if your vehicle's parked outside, you will need that ice scraper. I'll be back in a few minutes with more details about how much snow to expect with that system on Thursday. That's coming up.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill. Back on the news side of things, a developing story tonight. After 10 years on a year-round schedule, Hamilton Elementary School is switching back to a traditional school calendar. The school began its year-round calendar in 2013. School district officials say a task force reviewed the impact of the year-round schedule and says the report found changes are needed to address challenges. According to Superintendent Aaron Engel, the school changed to the new calendar in 2013 to address the high rates of poverty in the Hamilton neighborhood. Despite the move, the district says 68% of students currently living in the school's neighborhood opted out of going to Hamilton. District officials say the impacts of the year-round calendar on academic achievement are inconclusive. There are also concerns about attendance in the summer. The district will begin the transition to a traditional school year this summer. Northside Elementary will remain a year-round school. The Federal Trade Commission may end all non-compete agreements in the U.S. Non-compete agreements let employers limit their employees from working at competing organizations in the same industry. A ban on these contracts would protect consumers' wages and promote competition, and according to the FTC, would increase workers' compensation by almost $300 billion. About 30 million workers in the U.S. have signed non-compete agreements. A local lawyer says that if the proposed ban takes effect, it would do little to change job retention.
It's not going to be the kind of change, the great dramatic change that some people are saying, especially those who oppose what the FTC has put forward.
In the meantime, the FTC wants to hear your input. They're calling for public comments until March 10th, and then we'll review the feedback before making a decision. 2 new La Crosse County Board members were sworn in today. Pelly Lee, who you see here on the left, was appointed to fill the vacancy in District 1. That covers the north side of La Crosse. Leo Silva is filling the vacancy in District 28, which includes parts of Barry, Madera, Hamilton, and West Salem. Pelly is a corporate recruiter and former member of the La Crosse School Board. Silva, meanwhile, served on the Board of Adjustment and is a self-employed architect. A Sparta woman wants to give a historic building new life. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us in studio to explain that woman's mission.
Ken, just 3 weeks ago, Ashley Zanone learned that the county was taking bids for the old Rolling Hills nursing home property. The property had been available to bidders since October 21, but there were no takers. Zanone said that she had to save it. History tells a story.
I always thought it would be so cool to be able to go inside and see it.
For Ashley Zanone, the old Rolling Hills story is worth saving.
Because if we don't, then they all disappear.
The property has history and character.
Those 2 buildings served 2 different populations of people for many years.
Monroe County historian Jared Roll knows it well.
So here's an entry for Edward Nelson.
It was meant to serve initially as what was called then the county's poor farm or almshouse.
Come back, go there and come back.
Months later, what's now known as Building A became the county asylum. And in recent years, the home of the county's human services. The building, a symbol of Monroe County history, could soon be lost forever.
They told me, I believe it was 2.5 weeks ago now, that it was coming down this month.
Zanone wants to buy the property.
When I heard that this building was being torn down, I had to save it, or try to.
She hopes to restore it and preserve its history in a new way.
The old nursing home part, I would love to turn into a haunted hotel. This building, I would love to do tours and urban exploration during the day, let people come in and see that space, and then do ghost hunting at night probably.
Roll sees the case for keeping it around.
So much of the character of a community is its historic buildings. That is a physical representation of the history of that community.
As Zanone hopes to make something old into something new.
There is a way to have modern and historical buildings coexist in a space. There is a way to do it. So I don't think it has to be one or the other.
So Zanone tells me that she sent an original plan weeks ago, but it was rejected. Today, she says she sent the county a financial and operational plan, and she's waiting to hear back. At this time, there's no clear-cut timeline for the county's decision, though. Ken?
All right, thanks very much, Emily. And a county representative tells us that back in October 21, the county board voted to allow bids as well as consider demolition. Still ahead tonight at 6, education for future law enforcement officials. Cadets are learning how to communicate with people from different cultures than their own.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing.
Helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Right now is absolutely the best time of year to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is the best place during our huge President's Sale. Come see our special offers throughout the store. Plus, special financing is available for convenient monthly payments. And did you know Slumberland offers custom fabrics and colors at no extra charge? Check out this gorgeous sectional, and it comes with a free ottoman. plus so much more during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
What fireplace have you always envisioned in your home? Let La Crosse Fireplace Company turn your empty space into something beautiful. We'll design more than just your heat and glow fireplace. We'll help you pick out the perfect stone, mantle, and hearth, making your heat and glow fireplace the vision you've always dreamed of. Isn't it time you've got the space you've always wanted? Visit our showroom or call La Crosse Fireplace Company to get started. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Stop losing money through your old windows.
At Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, we don't only have the style of window you want, we have the type of window you need.
Look at the difference between our windows and our competitors. Our triple pane windows with foam help reduce energy costs, outside noise, and improves condensation resistance. Keep your hard-earned money. Call Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions today. Call now and receive 36% off installation and 36 months interest-free financing.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Law enforcement cadets are learning tools to help people of all backgrounds. On day 2 of Western Technical College's Law Enforcement Academy, students learned approaches for communicating with different cultures. While culture is a complex subject, classes covered major topics like bias. The instructor of the class says that bias can be a barrier in interactions, and it's important to learn how to set it aside.
We have to make sure we put that in check and understand where maybe those ideas and thought processes have come from, and realize that when we're dealing with the general public, sometimes it's not at their best, it's at their worst, and it's our job to make sure we come to a peaceful resolution for all involved.
This class is required for students to become a certified officer. During Black History Month, Mayo Clinic is bringing attention to their physicians making a difference in the field of medicine. Research shows that underrepresentation in race and ethnicity groups within healthcare leads to disparities and worse patient health outcomes. Dr. Alex Porter is one of only 3 black women in the U.S. practicing neuro-oncology, helping treat complex cancers in the brain and nervous system. Dr. Porter, along with her husband, started a nonprofit called Elevate Med that offers scholarships and mentorships to people with historically underrepresented backgrounds. She says she wants to help fill the gaps that she and her husband experienced during their education.
I'm hoping that we'll start to see health disparities eradicated, and we'll stop seeing differences in survival just based on your race and ethnicity. That's the big dream, that's the big goal, but we have so much work to do before we get there.
Mayo Clinic is also working on filling in gaps. In 2020, the system earmarked $100 million as a commitment against racism. Tomorrow evening, stories of local African Americans will be told at the La Crosse Public Library. The Enduring Families Project will present several profiles of historic black figures in La Crosse's past, including that of Ashley Ellen and Thomas Shivers. There are plenty of seats open, but you will need to register for the event on the library's website or by calling that number on your screen. After the break, start warming up. Polar Plunge organizers are building up the excitement before this year's dip in the frozen Mississippi.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Graw. We've lost quite a bit of our snow cover with these temperatures well above freezing the last couple of days. We may be replenishing that snowpack come Thursday. I'll have the details of my 8-day forecast up next.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Welcome to Esco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. We are celebrating President's Day all month long. Take up to 5 years to pay interest-free. Need new appliances? Take 2 years to pay. Countertops? Take 3 years to pay. An adjustable base bed? Take 5 years to pay. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Now's the time to make your dream home a reality with a home loan from Ultra. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, we're here to help make it happen. With great rates and local servicing, a secure 24/7 online application, and an expert team. So take the next step and apply now. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Nobody thinks about their sewer or drain until it's too late, and oftentimes, problems that do arise can cause major damage to your home, property, and your family's health. Why not treat your plumbing right and choose Maxwell White? For just $99, we'll perform a camera inspection of your drain, looking for any potential problems that may arise in the future. So don't wait until you're in over your head. Call the fast, reliable professionals at Maxwell White.
Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Looking for fun, family-friendly entertainment?
The La Crosse Sports Show returns February 9th through 12th.
The world-famous Twiggy the water skiing squirrel will amaze crowds and teach boater safety.
Hear about life on the road in a travel trailer.
Get grilling tips from Mad Dog and Merrill.
Or learn from fishing and hunting experts.
You can also feed parakeets, fish the trout pond, and get free scoring of your trophy racks.
Come for the deals. Stay for the fun.
4 action-packed days, February 9th through 12th at the La Crosse Center.
Purchase discount tickets at lacrossesportshow.com.
I'm going for Judge Janet Protasiewicz.
You don't need to know how to say Protasiewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasiewicz.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The countdown to the 25th annual Polar Plunge is on, and event organizers are keeping the community prepared with the 25 Days of Plunge sweepstakes. So for the next 25 days, check Facebook for the daily challenge or question. Participants will be entered to win Polar Plunge souvenirs and swag. It's the first year of the sweepstakes, and event organizers say it's a great way to hype up the biggest Special Olympics fundraiser of the year.
Getting that excitement and telling their friends about it, and some of the posts are tagging friends that you want to be involved on your team. So just kind of getting the word out there for public and business and the community.
This year's Polar Plunge is set for Saturday, March 4th. You can head to news8000.com for sign-up details if you're so inclined and so brave. So in the meantime, we'll talk with meteorologist Bill Grahl about an interesting system that's developing behind you there.
Yeah, and still some question marks with it as well. Not great agreement in some of the forecast models, so that always has me a little concerned, but definitely stay tuned. The main event, by the way, for the 36 hours away, so still some wiggle room on the storm track. But here's the latest headlines from the National Weather Service offices in the region. We've got a winter storm watch for northeastern Iowa, and about the southeastern half of our viewing area. It does include Winneshiek, Houston, La Crosse, Jackson counties, and points south and east. And again, I do expect some additional headlines to be issued by the Green Bay office and the Milwaukee office over the next, say, 12 to 24 hours or so. So closer to home, winter storm watch, again, for areas to the south and east of La Crosse, especially for Thursday. I want to caution you, the storm track's still not completely certain. Still some questions on if is this going to be all snow? Are we going to see a mix at times? It's going to be heavy, wet snow, so there could be some compaction as well. Best chance right now of seeing 4 to 7 inches plus would be south and east of La Crosse. But again, there's a reason La Crosse County is under that watch, because we're kind of on the northwestern edge of that potential for some heavier snow. Beautiful shot. Love that afterglow with this crystal clear sky and that dry air in play. 41 degrees, the high early this morning, the daytime high was 39. 34 is our current temperature, so expect that low to continue to drop as we head towards the midnight hour. 30 and 12 are the averages. 34 right now, 35 at the station. Feels like 25 with a westerly breeze at about 12 miles per hour. Eau Claire, you're at 33 degrees and a wind chill factor of 28. So currently temperatures primarily in the lower to middle 30s, although we've got some upper 20s in Rochester and Preston, but everyone else between about 30 and 35 degrees. Winds out of the west, generally 5 to 15 miles per hour, causing those wind chills in the 20s, but even some teens over towards Rochester. So all is quiet tonight and tomorrow. The main energy with the storm system still well to our south here, and that's going to make its way towards Chicago. How far west or east it tracks will be key on who sees that heavier snow band. Some energy from the west will come into play as well. So Sky Tracker showing quiet conditions tonight, mostly clear. I think the clouds are being a little overdone to the north and west here. Mix of sun and clouds for tomorrow. It's not until late tomorrow night, after about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, when that precipitation starts to creep in from the south. Now, Sky Tracker tracking this low a little farther to the south and east. Other forecast models do have this snow shield closer to La Crosse, even north and west of La Crosse. So this is where that disagreement's coming into play. But somebody's going to see a heavy band of snowfall across the region. Here's where I'm thinking it's going to set up as of now, generally south and east of La Crosse, this darker blue bullseye. But again, this could be shifted a little farther to the north and west or south and east, depending on that exact storm track. So still some question marks on that. A wet, heavy snow, that can sometimes limit the amount of accumulation because it compacts as it falls. Also, a mix at times can cut down on snow totals. But right now, again, best estimate around 4 inches plus south and east of La Crosse, and lesser totals to the north and east, north and west, I should say. But stay tuned for updates. Again, this precipitation about 30 to 36 hours away, so we'll fine-tune that over the next, say, 24 to 36 hours. 22 tonight, chillier, but still not all that cold for this time of year. Frosty, so have that ice scraper handy tomorrow morning if your vehicle's parked outside. Mild tomorrow. We're going to lose some more snow tomorrow with that high of 45. But again, then we may replenish it late Wednesday night into Thursday with that alert day in place. So the morning commute on Thursday and the evening commute could both be rather tricky. Chillier Friday, 28, dry through the weekend with highs back in the 30s. Maybe some rain showers around Valentine's Day of next week, a high of 39. But not a big fan of storm systems like this where the models are all over the place. Sure. But again, stay tuned over the next 24 hours. We'll try to fine-tune that forecast.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, our latest nominees for Play of the Week. Plus, 2 of the best teams in the state are going to be going at it tonight at Onalaska. Panthers and Hilltoppers getting set to battle. Rob previews that next.
New windows can give you a whole new view of the world around you. Call today for a prompt free estimate from the Board Store Home Improvements. 782-8877.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
I really love working with all the staff here at Bright Star. The office staff is amazing and the other caregivers are amazing as well. Well, I am a student, so I do have classes in the morning. Bright Star makes it really easy for students with flexibility and giving me the ability to do short shifts in between classes before and after classes. I love working with clients. It makes me feel like I'm making a big difference in their lives, even with small daily tasks. I would recommend working at Bright Star. It's a really great environment and I love it as a place to work.
This Valentine's Day, get a Heartbaker pizza from Papa Murphy's. You complete us. And we mean that literally. With Take and Bake, we prepare it, you make it yours. So make us yours today for just $11. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now. We're the animal experts, offering massive savings on a great selection of pet food, supplies, and more. Like $5 off assorted Taste of the Wild dog food. Select Rachel Ray Nutrish dog food, also $5 off. Get $3 off all Blaine's brand dog or cat food. And save 25% on select dog and cat toys. Plus, get Blaine's Best Price Promise, the guaranteed lowest price or we'll match it.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
When you talk about high school hoops this season, on the boys' side specifically, 2 of the teams that have really separated themselves from the rest of the pack are West Salem and Onalaska. Now, these rivals aren't in the same conference, but whenever they meet up, it's absolute fireworks. They clashed in level 4 of the football playoffs, and now it's time for these 2 juggernauts to go head-to-head on the basketball court. It's easily one of the most anticipated matchups of the year. Both the Panthers and Hilltoppers have been the class of their respective conferences, and that all comes to a head tonight in Onalaska. For West Salem, the squad is on a mission to get back to Madison. So far, they've taken it out on every team that's in their way. The Panthers are 9-0 in Cooley Conference play, 18-1 overall on the year. That only loss coming in the Midwest Players Classic. As for Onalaska, the Hilltoppers also perfect in conference play, 8-0 against MVC opponents. They're on a 9-game winning streak. The boys in purple and white will look to make it 10 straight tonight. Panthers, Hilltoppers, Onalaska High School, 7:15 tip-off. We'll have the highlights coming up at 10. Now it's time for my favorite segment, Play of the Week. It's our chance to put the spotlight on some of the best athletes throughout the Cooley region. Let's check out the nominees. Number 1, all about court vision. West Salem's Brinley Kelly. No look pass down low to McKenna Ely. One more look, eyes go one way, pass goes down low. Panthers all over GET. Number 2, quite possibly the dunk of the year. Onalaska's Evan Anderson on the break. We have liftoff. Anderson throwing it down. We'll probably see more of that tonight. Number 3, more about finesse. Logan's Nick Jolly. Pretty spin move, kissing it off the glass. Number 4, almost doesn't count, but it does here at News 8. Parker Licky, pretty move. That's enough to make the cut. And last but not least, Holman making history. A big shout out to the Holman girls wrestling team for hosting just the 3rd all-girls wrestling duel last Friday night at Holman High School. Vikings coming out on top. Just a big night for girls wrestling as a whole. Some great plays and moments this week. To vote for your favorite, just go to news8000.com/vote. We'll have those results coming up tonight at 10. Ken, you know how I can't even speak right now. I'm heading there right after I get done here. Oh, it's gonna be such a most anticipated matchup of the year, hands down. These two teams have been the class of their conferences. It's going to be a joy to watch.
I'm hoping for a Lotto-Stutley head-to-head matchup. I mean, whew.
This is it.
That's fantastic stuff.
What else can you say?
I can't wait for the highlights. Thanks, Rob. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
I expect a lot from myself, today at school and in my life. That's why I love Aquinas. They expect a lot from me too, so they give me teachers who care and financial aid. There's tons of clubs and service organizations that will look great on college applications. I can save money on college by taking courses through Viterbo University during junior and senior year, and maybe get through Viterbo in just 3 years. That's huge. I'm doing it, and you can too, at Aquinas Catholic Schools.
You might be rooting for different teams, but there's one thing you all cheer for. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza, loaded with over a half pound of real Wisconsin cheese and piled high with your favorite premium toppings. It's so good, you won't even notice that interception. Stock up on Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza before the big game. Get 2 for only $11.96. Now at Menards, limited time only. Hurry in while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
The average employee has been with their current employer for 4.1 years. Our employees at Chart Industries disagree. If you're eager to join a company you can retire from, then chart your career with Chart Industries. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Bright light in the western sky, that's our lovely planet Venus, in case you're wondering. So check it out. Gorgeous shot out there through CityCam. Mostly clear. Chillier tonight, 22 for the low. Still not that bad for this time of year. You'll need the frost scraper tomorrow morning. Focusing on Thursday, winter storm watch for about the southeastern half of the viewing area. Several inches of snow possible in those blue shaded counties. An alert day for Thursday, highs around 35. We'll keep an eye on it for you.
All right. Thanks, Bill. And thank you all for joining us tonight at 6. We appreciate your time. We'll see you at 10.